Hello everyone, today the theme I'm sharing with you is N-type advantage in PV electrolysis hydrogen production application scenarios. Firstly, I will provide a general introduction of hydrogen energy industry development. Today's hydrogen value chain is large with many resources and uses. Most hydrogen is produced from natural gas, though some comes from coal and a small fraction comes from water electrolysis, and the current share from renewables is still small. Around 70 million tons of current demand worldwide for pure hydrogen, with pure meaning that the specific applications require hydrogen with only small levels of additives or contaminants tolerated. The main applications for this hydrogen are oil refining and ammonia production, mainly for fertilizers. A further 45 million tons of demand exists for hydrogen as part of mixture of gases, such as synthesis gas for fuel or feedstock. As shown in Figure 1, various international energy agencies have predicted the proportion of hydrogen energy in global energy demand by 2050, with the most optimistic being Hydrogen Council and Bloomberg, which predict that the proportion of hydrogen energy in total energy will reach 22% by 2050, while the predicted values of other institutions range from 12% to 18%, regardless of which prediction is based compared to the current proportion of hydrogen energy, which accounts for approximately 0.1 of global energy, it will achieve a quantitative leap. Figure 2 shows the global production of green hydrogen will be much more higher than blue hydrogen by 2050. According to IEA, global green hydrogen production will reach 323 million tons in 2050, 58% higher than blue hydrogen. Bloomberg New Energy Finance predict that global hydrogen production will reach 800 million tons in 2050, and all of it will be green hydrogen. Then we will discuss with PV plus hydrogen production application scenario. There are three main technologies exist today: alkaline electrolysis, proton exchange membrane electrolysis, and solid oxide electrolysis cells. Alkaline electrolysis is a mature and commercial technology. It is characterized by relatively low capital costs compared to other technologies due to the avoidance of precious materials. However, since the large energy consumption of the system and the high requirements of system stability, it is poorly coupled with intermittent power sources such as wind power and solar PV. Helium electrolyzer systems are relatively small, making them potentially more attractive than alkaline electrolysis in dense urban areas. It has good matching with renewable power sources with high volatility and randomness. But the overall costs are currently higher than those of alkaline electrolyzers, and this technology has not less widely deployed. SOEC is the least developed electrolysis technology. They operate at high temperatures and with a high degree of electrical efficiency. Unlike alkaline and PEM, it is possible to operate an SOEC electrolyzer in reverse mode as a fuel cell, converting hydrogen back into electricity, which means it could provide as a fuel cell, provide a balancing service to the grid in combination with hydrogen storage facilities. But this technology has not yet been commercialized and is still in the stage of technical research. One key challenge for those developing SOEC is addressing the degradation of materials that results from high operating temperatures. Based on the coupling mode of solar panels and hydrogen production equipment, hydrogen production by water electrolysis is divided into AC system and DC system. In the AC system, the system is composed of PV array, DC to AC inverter, AC to DC rectifier, and electrolyzer. In this option, the electrolyzer can always operate efficiently at the stable voltage and current. With the help of the current mainstream PV power plant design, the feasibility of the system design is greatly improved. However, there are problems of efficiency loss of inverter and rectifiers. In the DC system, the PV array is directly connected to the electrolyzer through the DC to DC converter, in which the battery is used for energy storage and mitigation of the system. The AC to DC rectifier and other electronic equipment are not needed, making the system simpler and more economical, reducing the failure rate, thereby reducing future maintenance costs. In this option, improving the output energy utilization rate of the electrolyzer to the PV area under different spectral ingredients is the focus and difficulty of the research in the solar water electrolysis system. However, the PV area is adjusted by the MPPT system of the DC to DC converter. The difficulty of the control is increased because of decoupling the voltage of the electrolyzer equipment and the power generation efficiency of the PV area. Then, let's discuss the advantage of the N-type modules in PV hydrogen production. Based on the following four advantages: low degradation, lower power temperature coefficient, higher bifaciality, great performance in low light. N-type module power warranty can be up to 30 years. The degradation is less than 1% in the first year. The linear degradation is about 0.4%. This advantage helps the project increase the power generation by 3% per watt or 8% per unit of area. The main difficulty remains the low efficiency. All energy carriers, including fossil fuels, encounter efficiency losses each time they are produced, converted, or used. Electricity generated from renewable energy like solar typically causes a loss of efficiency about 20% after converting electricity to hydrogen, shipping it or storing it, then converting it back to the electricity in a fuel cell. The delivered energy can be below 30% of what was in the initial electricity input. This makes hydrogen more expensive than electricity or the natural gas used to produce it. After adopting N-type module rather than P-type, the improvement in efficiency and warranty period brings more power generation in the life cycle. Additionally, Jinko N-type modules are adaptable to almost all scenarios, all application scenarios. The following harsh environments such as desert, marine, and mountain, so it can provide stable power generation no matter where the PV hydrogen production project is located. The levelized cost of hydrogen, LCOH, is a variable that indicates how much it costs to produce 1 kilogram of green hydrogen, taking into account the estimated cost of the investment required and the cost of operating the assets involving its production. Currently, the LCOH of PV hydrogen production is still relatively high compared to wind and fossil fuels with CCS. Average PV LCOH is about $5.5 per kilogram hydrogen, much more higher than $3.6 of wind and $2 of fossil fuels. Future costs of green hydrogen will be below those for blue hydrogen fossil fuels by 2035. Average cost renewables also start to become competitive. Pricing of CO2 emissions from fossil fuels further improves the competitiveness of green hydrogen. In the best locations, renewable hydrogen is competitive in the next 3 to 5 years compared to fossil fuels. However, for the current cost reduction, the electricity cost accounts for more than half of the cost of PV electric water hydrogen production. The use of N-type PV modules for hydrogen generation can not only reduce the initial investment in the capital expenditure, but also reduce the LCOH of hydrogen production as a whole. This is a hydrogen production case involving Jinko. Based on the energy storage needs of 100 megawatt PV power generation project, it plans to build a set of 10 megawatt PV hydrogen production system at the supporting energy storage facility, reduce the investment of the original chemical energy storage facilities, and create a hydrogen energy production, transport, use, whole industry chain project through green hydrogen production. Finally, let's summarize. Many research reports have indicated that solar PV will be the largest source of green electricity in the future. For now and even the next 3 years, the N-type TOPCon technology will always be the mainstream. Therefore, in the field of solar PV hydrogen production, N-type TOPCon solar modules can still be able to leverage its advantage. It assists hydrogen production projects in reducing LCOH, improving efficiency, and energy output. The green hydrogen could be the missing link in the energy transition from a technical perspective. Hydrogen from renewable electricity allows large amounts of renewable energy to be channeled from the power sector into sectors for which electrification is otherwise difficult, such as transport, buildings, and industry. Finally, at a macro level, using solar energy to inexpensively harvest hydrogen from water could help replace carbon-based fuel sources and shrink the world's carbon footprint and achieve the targets of 2 Celsius degrees set out in the Paris Agreement. Thank you, and if you need any clarification on some point, you are welcome to send me email.